Hey everyone, welcome to Tech in 10. Today we're going to work on the command prompt. So command prompt or terminal on Macs is this little black box. If we click start and type CMD, we hit enter and we have what we call a command line. And this allows us to enter commands. So we started the directory C user Scott, and this might be different on your computer, but let's show you a few commands here. So if I do cd dot dot, which stands for change directory, and then if I type dot dot, that means go up a directory. So now I'm at C users. If I do cd Scott, because I know there's a C users Scott folder, and that represents your drive letter. So C drive, user folder, Scott. So if I do cd Scott, I'm then once again back into the Scott directory. If I want to navigate change directory into the desktop, I can cd desktop. Now you'll see there's a lot of links here and images, etc. So another command we can use is dir, and what that stands for is directory. But the dir command will show us volume and drive C on the label, serial number, etc., directory of C user Scott desktop, and we'll see all the things that are available to it. Okay? So on the desktop, what we can do is let's do another command, but this command prompt's a little messy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cd backslash to get to the root. And the root in this case should be the C drive. So if I hit enter, you'll see I'm back at the C drive. We don't have to navigate folders one at a time. We can also do cd users slash Scott slash desktop. And now we're back at that path. Now, once in a while when things get messy, it can be a little difficult to keep track. So another command you could use is CLS, and I believe it stands for clear screen. I'm not sure, but if I hit enter here, you'll see that it clears all that stuff up. Now, this is not going to be a comprehensive video on all the commands available, but there's a few we're gonna make, or there's a few commands I'm going to show you as well. So one of those is makedir, which means make directory. So makedir, and I'm going to create a folder here called my folder. And if I hit enter, you'll notice that my folder is created here. After that, I can change directory into my folder. And now you'll see we're in C, users, Scott, my folder. Now, the one thing I can teach you about tech is you're going to have to Google a lot. So even for myself, being a tenured dev, I can't remember all the different commands, etc. So I might Google for command prompt create file. And in doing so, I'm seeing this particular command. And I'm going to create a text file in this folder. Okay. Another thing with programming as well is it's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of trial and error. And the reason I'm leaving this in the video is because I don't want to display perfection. That's not what happens in programming. There's a lot of iteration. There's a lot of trial and error. So if we go myfile.txt, you'll notice that this file opened. And we can say, hi, this is a file. And we can save that. Another command that's really useful is dir, which I believe I showed earlier in the video, but it will list the directory context. So you see here, there is myfile.txt. So I could actually say myfile.txt and it will open that file. I can actually, if I open this folder here, and I'm going to run a delete command. So delete myfile.txt. And you'll notice that that was deleted. Now, in moments when you try to perform a command, let me try and open this, and let me see if I can delete with it open. A nice shortcut when you're working with terminals or command prompt is the up arrow on your keyboard. It will allow you to cycle through previously entered commands. So if I push up here and keep hitting up and down, it will allow me to cycle through all the commands I've written in this tutorial. But let's see if this deletion works. And it does, which is interesting. In some moments, because the file is open, you might not be able to delete it, but Notepad didn't have a strong hold on the file. So that's a little bit about command prompt. In some cases, you can use the slash question mark to describe a command. So let's say we wanted the dir command and we weren't quite sure. Let's create a few files here. And let's say we weren't quite sure what a command could do. So I'm going to clear this screen and we're going to see what the del command looks like. So if I put del and I put slash question mark, you'll notice that it describes the various options you could use. So del slash p slash f slash s slash q slash a, the names of the files you want to delete, etc. And you'll see here that this is self-describing. If you do the slash question mark, it will describe the various aspects of this command. So you see here slash p will prompt for confirmation, slash f will force deleting read-only files, slash s will delete specified files from all subdirectories, etc. So let's try a delete here with the slash p. So we would say delete myfile.txt, and we're going to add a slash p here. And in doing so, we get this confirmation prompt. C user Scott desktop my folder myfile.txt delete yes or no. So I'm going to hit no here, and you'll notice that the file is not deleted. Let's once again clear our screen, and I'm going to use the up arrow to run the delete again with the slash p argument. And when I hit enter here and it prompts me to delete, I'm going to select Y and hit enter. And you'll notice that it deleted my file. I could also delete my file 2, and I can delete my file 3 without prompting, and hit enter, and there's all our files deleted. This is an introduction to command prompt, and it might seem very trivial, but these prompts are used in programming, and a lot of times you might need to come into this command prompt to do things like after you install Node or after you install particular applications, they might have command line commands that you can run. For example, I think I have Node on here, and you see I ran a Node package manager -v, and it gives -v stands for version. And it gives me 8.5.0. So different applications might have what's called a command line interface, which means you can interact with that application using a command line. So this is a pretty foundational topic in a lot of web development, and even in some data, because when you're interacting with MySQL, when you're interacting with Node, there are what's called graphical user interfaces, which means kind of a software with a nice graphics that you can click and touch. But a lot of these things do have command line commands that you may need to learn depending on what you're doing. If you're learning MySQL, you can work in the command line. If you're learning Node and you need to run npm commands, you can also work in the command line. On Mac, this is called terminal. And on Mac, the commands might be slightly different than what I showed you here. But this knowledge will help you on your journey towards tech. So thanks for watching. And if you'd like, join the learning community below in Slack. And the reason for Slack is that a lot of businesses use Slack for internal communication. So if you're on your way to learning tech and you want to get into the tech company, learning Slack or a communication tool like that can be a transferable skill in terms of getting into Microsoft Teams and in terms of, communication within tech. So I'll leave that link below, and thank you for watching. Bye.